Okay, I know I'm in the minority when it comes to The Nun, and I'm not ashamed to say that I loved it. I may make a longer video about the whys, but in brief, it was the setting, the atmosphere, and the mythology around this sect of nuns trying to contain Valak. I also liked the duality of Sister Irene as the other nun going through a journey of faith in the face of evil, the virtuous and the demonic in the same persona on holy ground. Then the film concludes with Valak escaping through Maurice, and we get a quick connection to a scene in the first Conjuring. And say what you will about the pacing and the scares and the impact, but it ties itself off pretty well towards the end, and I didn't think any more was necessary. I fully admit that. So when I saw the trailer for the Nun II, the fan in me squealed for new entry, but the critic in me questioned the focus. Then I saw the movie and left the theaters thinking, wait a minute. What? Okay, what is supposed to matter in the long term after this picture, assuming we get another Conjuring movie? Why establish another story where Valak is defeated when we know he's ultimately banished by Lorraine Warren? Why imply that Maurice is free when we know he's still possessed as shown in an exposition scene in the first Conjuring? If the events of the Nun movies take place in the 50s, but the Conjuring 2 takes place in the 70s, are we to imply that Irene will be in her 40s by the time they work together? If they do, at all? And will they face Valak again, or something else? Please be something else. I don't think I can take Valak one more time. You know, I really miss when these movies used to be focused on family and faith against overwhelming evil. The themes were subtle, but wholesome in their way. And instead, The Nun II made me feel like I was drudging through a middle chapter that could have been cut for time, but wasn't because the author was just so enamored by the character of Valak. And sadly, this distills the impact of the demon every time we see it defeated and overused in a story that doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Now, I know we criticize Marvel now, but we forget that it has the brand of infinite characters and so carries the luxury of telling infinite stories. But The Conjuring is a very, very, very small world, and we are clearly going in circles. Annabelle did not need 3 movies. The Nun did not need a sequel, and I can barely defend the third Conjuring. James Wan Company, I'm sorry, but unless you can really wow us fans with Last Rites, I'm afraid your spin-offs will really be nothing more than pointless cash grabs in an already very crowded market. And really, horror fans deserve better than that. The Nun II. Waste of time.